Hi, my name is Aaron Rothmeyer. I'm a market product manager at SICK, and I'm here to show you a brand new product, the picoScan100. Now this sensor is our latest in our 2D portfolio. It is our TIM class LiDAR, which means basically it is four things primarily. It is compact and efficient. It is powerful. It is accurate, and it is also quite easy to use. So I'm excited to show you a little bit more about what I mean by that. Starting out with compact, you can tell by the sensor in front of me, it is small. It is actually 4 millimeters shorter than our previous TIM. That means that if you're trying to fit it into a small space, say on a mobile robot or something like that, it is much easier to integrate. It is also very efficient, so 4.5 watts is its normal power consumption. So again, if you're trying to use it on a mobile piece of equipment with a battery, you're not going to be consuming a lot of power running this LiDAR. And then it's light as well, so it's 220 grams. But the reason I get really excited about that housing is because it also has very nice mounting on the bottom. So you can see there's 3 screw holes here, nice rugged screws that can be used to mount this to any material. So it's a very well-designed sensor from a mechanical standpoint, but it's also very powerful. If we look at the ranges and the resolutions of this LiDAR sensor, I think you'll agree there's a lot of good things going for it. It can handle about 75 meters maximum on a white target, 120 meters on a reflector. Those are huge numbers that previously would really only be achievable with a sensor like this, a big 220 gram sensor, sorry, not 220, 2,200 gram sensor. Very large, obviously, and fairly expensive. All of that capability is now fitting into the picoScan. It can also handle 40 meters on black targets. It does all of that at 40 or even 50 hertz for some configurations. And it's also very high resolution, so I'll actually show you in the software just how high of a resolution we can achieve. In the software right now, I've got a dark foam corrugated target over here that you can see on the left side of the screen. If I zoom in a little bit, you can kind of see what that is, but it's kind of hard to tell. If I switch to 0.1 degree angular resolution, you can really see just how many points we've got on that target. And it's extremely stable. There's not a whole lot of jiggle or movement in the dots. That's just because this sensor is so precise and accurate. So how accurate is it? Well, it's got a statistical error of 5 millimeters or less, which is very nice for a lot of applications. And a lot of that is enabled by the laser itself, which is a very fine point laser. 0.27 degree divergence on that, and it's a nice circular spot, not rectangular or anything like that. So it's very capable of picking up fine details. Again, just for reference, previously many of those types of specifications would only be seen on this very high-end LiDAR that I've got here. We've also incorporated other features in order to make it easier to work with the sensor outdoors and keep it accurate, such as multi-echo, fog filter, particle filter. All of these things are included in the picoScan, and I can actually, again, demonstrate what multi-echo looks like here in this application. If we are working outdoors, rain, dust, snow, stuff like that can often create multiple echoes or multiple reflections just as they fall through the field of view. So I've got a window screen over here on my left, which you can see here showing up on the screen. You can see the window screen is lit up in blue and the dots behind it are lit up in green. That's because Echo 1 is showing up as blue, Echo 2 is showing up as green. If I wanted to get rid of that, if I was outdoors and I wanted to say, no, I don't want to see rain, I don't want to see snow, stuff like that, I can turn on what's called the echo filter, switch over to last echo, and the screen completely disappears. All you see are these uprights from the frame around the screen. So we're just seeing right through that, just like we would if it were rain or snow or fog. So pretty cool stuff there. One other feature that we put in place in order to make this accurate and easy to use is we're also identifying reflectors internal to the sensor. So we're just basically, we have the capability of ignoring all of the ranging data and just dealing with what are reflectors. I can show that here by switching over to reflector mode. You can see all the dots, all the returns turn gray, except for the reflectors, which are lit up here in red, one on my left and one on my right. And so those reflectors then can be used for localization to figure out where you are within a reflector or within a facility if you're using reflector-based localization without having to deal with a whole bunch of extra ranging data. So one of the final things that we did to make the sensor easy to use is we've set it up with what's called a system plug. So if you look at the bottom of the sensor, there's two screws here that connect this black portion to the rest of the body. What that does is it allows us to pull that off and replace the housing if anything should happen to the lens or anything like that. All the configuration is stored in the system plug, and then that can just be removed, new housing put on, and you're back in business, plug and play. Those two screws can also be removed if you want to rotate the system plug 180 degrees so that your cables exit at a different angle. And then additionally, if you wanted a different field bus option or a different connector option or something like that, that can be integrated into the system plug as well without having to redesign the entire picoScan. So a lot of capability there right there in the system plug. We've made all of this capability as easy to order as possible. We set up a configurator on our website so you can set up a custom part number. We also have 3 predefined part numbers called Core, Prime, and Pro for different levels of capability. And then finally, we are using the compact and message pack output format to make it much easier to parse and read the data coming out of the picoScan. So I really appreciate your time joining me today. Please do go to our website if you need more information on the picoScan, or do check us out on social media for more details about all of our products. Thank you very much.